Leslie says that after everything that's happened, she's turning over a new leaf. Shanice didn't seem to buy that. I'm not buying it either. This show loves too much to make Leslie as annoying as possible, so we will see how long Leslie lasts before she's back to just annoying people for no good reason. What is up, fellow Beyond the Gates viewers? Here to talk about today's Monday episode of the show. A new week going down on the show after a very good week last week. Still waiting for the surgery drama with Eva and Kat, with Kat giving Eva a piece of her liver. All of the people pushing Kat last week. And now, after today's episode, a lot of them might feel very bad about last week. Let's break down the episode. Lately with these episodes, there's been a lot of little things going on, so it makes my notes kind of all over the place. So I'm just going to go in order of my notes. I liked the start to this episode because it had everyone at the hospital. It was like time passing. We saw different things with different people as the time was passing, as everyone was waiting for Eva and Kat and surgery at the same time. I liked the way this was shot. I liked the music montage. We had Izaiah looking at pictures of Eva. We had Andre and Danny bringing food. Andre moving quite good on his crutches already. We had Shanice comforting Ted. And then Shanice found Leslie decorating. She wants the room bright and cheery for when Eva gets out. She was using other people's discharge papers. So, stolen papers, leave it to Leslie to cause some kind of havoc, even at a hospital, especially. Shanice was still being nice to Leslie, but said no niceness for Leslie once Eva is better. And, Leslie says she likes a fight or whatever. Leslie says that after everything that's happened, she's turning over a new leaf. Shanice didn't seem to buy that. I'm not buying it either. This show loves too much to make Leslie as annoying as possible, so we will see how long Leslie lasts before she's back to just annoying people for no good reason. It would be nice if at least going forward, maybe Leslie doesn't have to completely turn over a new leaf, but if she had better motivation for why she goes around annoying who she annoys, I would accept that more. Elon and Darlene left Izaiah at the hospital. They were back at the police department. Jacob and Naomi were there too. Jacob says they didn't abandon Izaiah because that's what Darlene was worried about. I guess Izaiah told them to go, and that's when Jacob and Naomi left too. They're giving Izaiah some space as he nervously waits for his girlfriend to get out of life-saving surgery. Darlene talked to Elon about how she likes seeing Elon and Izaiah reconnect. Of course, a mother would like that very much. I was glad to get a follow-up on Elon and Darlene. Sometimes this show, for their supporting characters, they don't give us follow-ups. It happens with the teens all the time. Like, I've been complaining, the consistency with the teens, it would help the story if we saw more consistency with them, especially after Jessica and Tyrell had sex. We didn't get good follow-up to that for a while. So it was good to see follow-up for Elon and Darlene because they have tried to build this tension between Elon and Izaiah since Izaiah came back to the show. Maybe even before Izaiah was on the show, I don't remember. Speaking of Izaiah, Tomas was at the hospital too because he's just so worried about Kat, even though you can never tell by his expressions or his tone of voice. But I guess Izaiah doesn't like Tomas that much because there is a history with Tomas and Eva. But Tomas wants to put those things on pause because the women that they love are in surgery. As this episode went on, of course, Izaiah showed much more love towards Eva than Tomas did towards Kat. Vernon was consoling Chelsea about, obviously, Chelsea might lose her best friend. Chelsea and Kat grew up very close as cousins. Chelsea's saying that it's been Chelsea Kat her whole life, and what if she loses her best friend? So Vernon was trying to make her feel better with that. Izaiah ran into Naomi, who came back to the hospital because she wanted someone to be in contact with Izaiah for the Hawthorne family. Izaiah ran Naomi on an errand to pick up these bracelets for Eva for when she wakes up. Unfortunately, Vanessa and Joey were on today. Why, I don't know. Their scenes, I can't say I paid that much attention to. But Joey doesn't want Elon rethinking his relationship with Joey if Elon finds out how close Joey and Izaiah were or still are. And yeah, Joey just doesn't want Izaiah caught up in his and Elon's orbit, but he also wants Jacob off his back with the whole impaler stuff. Trash and Joey had some boring conversations about fantasies that were totally unneeded. And then Trash went to the hospital to talk to Danny, and obviously what's happening with Eva and Kat made Vanessa feel some kind of way about her relationship with her own children. It's so impossible to buy that Vanessa gives a fuck about Deanna and Donnell with the way she has acted. Like, her head's just up Joey's ass, and that's all she cares about. But she called Deanna, who I'm proud did not answer the phone. She left a message to tell Deanna that she loves her. Whatever. Vanessa was then talking to Danny about Bill and if she put Bill on lockdown with what happened between them on the elevator. Danny says there's nothing to talk about anymore if you catch my drift, meaning she told Bill to keep it a secret. And then they said cheating scandal averted, but Andre and his crutches were there to overhear them talking about cheating. Vanessa's excuse for what they were talking about was that some old lady at the casino was counting cards. Cheating. I don't know how Andre bought that shit. As we were talking about in the live chat today during the watch along, for Andre being such a player in the past, he does not catch on to these conversations very well, and I don't think he's going to for a long time. I think this show is slowly going to have people dropping hints to Andre about the Danny and Bill sleeping together. We'll see how long it takes for him to figure that out. Elon went to go see Joey about Jacob and the impaler and how Jacob was kind of threatening Joey. Joey told Elon that Jacob said he has no plans to stop poking around. And Joey was, I guess, joking, saying maybe he should make Jacob a part of his crew with the whole dirty cop shit. Joey wants Elon to have Jacob drop the fairy tale that Joey is the impaler. Elon says that Jacob will know that Joey is off limits. We'll see if that keeps Jacob away from Joey or not. Joey then asked about Elon's other kid, Izaiah, and Elon wondered why Joey was asking. So clearly, I guess, Elon has no idea that Izaiah used to work for Joey and that they had such a close relationship. I don't know if this is to create further tension between Elon and Izaiah down the line or what. Joey's excuse as to why he was asking about Izaiah is that he heard that Isaiah's lady is in critical condition. And Joey has a heart, despite what Elon may think of Joey. I'm honestly so sick of this show trying to, I don't know, just make us feel sorry for Joey, make us think that Joey is the gangster with the golden heart. I'm not buying it. Sorry. Michelle Valjean is failing in trying to make Grandpa Gangster Sonny Corinthos. Vernon and Anita were with Martin at the beginning of this episode at Orphe Jean's because it's Martin's primary day where he was going against the invisible opponent that we have never met. Maybe this was one of the X-Men similar to Grayson and Eva in this episode where they just have an immune system that heals so quickly. Maybe the Invisible Man that was running against Martin is also in that group with his fellow X-Men, Grayson and Eva. Martin was giving a speech at the beginning about how last night there was a tornado tearing through the community. Some walked away and settled, and some did not walk away at all. He said that politics can't be a priority, and every dollar raised at his fundraiser will go to relief efforts, which I'm sure was a last-ditch effort from Martin to win this election today, the primary. Then Anita went to the hospital and sees Leslie. Leslie thought Anita was there to gloat about her house being in total destruction. Anita was being the bigger person, trying to console Leslie about Eva and how people expect mothers to be strong and have all the answers. Leslie was complaining about how she doesn't have family right now, just Eva, Everyone in the live chat today was asking, where's Peaches? I feel like that's a character they want us to forget about for whatever reason. They have not been consistent with that character at all. But Anita, being way too big of a person, and without talking to Nicole about it, welcomed Leslie to join the family if she wanted to. And that's what ended up happening. Leslie gave this whole speech about how she sees this as starting a new chapter right here, right now. Says Kat risked her life to save Eva. Martin is saying that she should thank Kat when she comes to. I mean, Martin should too. And then Ted says that he has two brilliant, independent daughters. And Leslie says they're daughters that now share more than just DNA. I mean, I guess this was supposed to be a sweet speech for Leslie, but I will not accept it. And I don't even dislike Leslie as much as a lot do. But until this show gives payoffs for their villains, where something happens to the villains that is deserved, and I don't see something happening to Eva as something happening to Leslie. I don't see it that way. So, yeah, it's impossible to buy. I mean, I don't think Leslie's going to turn a new leaf anyway. This show can't not help themselves from writing Leslie as annoying as possible. So this whole speech today kind of just made me roll my eyes. The doctor came out saying the transplant was a success. Both patients are stable and doing well in recovery. Shanice says only 3 visitors at a time. Danny called Nicole, who wasn't even at the hospital for some reason. She was at a conference, to say that Kat is okay, and Nicole doesn't want Ted to choose between which daughter to visit first. So she said she will be with Kat. Danny was going to go tell Ted that when, of course, annoying Leslie interrupted, saying that she wants Ted to go to Eva's room before Danny could say that's what Nicole said anyway. So Ted, Leslie, and Izaiah went to go see Eva, who was already conscious. Like I said, she is quite the quick recoverer. Just was out of it for 2 days, unconscious, when her liver was failing. And now she gets a new liver, and she's already 2. But I think they wanted Eva to be awake today so that she could find out that Kat saved her life. Because Eva asked what happened. They had to tell her about the tornado, remind her about that. She remembered that she was trapped with Kat at the time. Ted told Eva that Kat donated a portion of her liver. Eva was surprised and asked willingly, which I know Kat stans are just going to jump on. But like, the last thing Eva remembers is being in a room with Kat when she's feeling terrible, dying, and Kat thinking she's faking it and just being lazy. So Eva had the right to be surprised that Kat would save her life, honestly, because, yeah, that's her point of view. Danny was talking about how she doesn't know if she could give a piece of her to someone she can't stand, which was an ironic statement from Danny, which was noticed in the live chat today. She might not have given an organ, but she did give a piece of her to someone she can't stand. Then when Nicole and Ted were with Eva, there were other scenes too, like Chelsea and Tomas visited Kat, but like Tomas gave us nothing. Surprise, surprise. But when Nicole and Ted were with Eva together, her heart monitor started going crazy. And Danny alarmed everyone, went to the family saying something was wrong with Kat. The doctors were rushing in. And that was a good cliffhanger to this here Monday episode. I didn't talk about Martin won his primary election, but like, no surprise there. He was running against literally nobody. So yeah, we still had some great drama at the end of this episode. Now we wonder just how bad is what's happening to Kat. Will she pull through? I'd like to think she will. I think this storyline is to kind of mend the Kat and Eva relationship for now as half-sisters in a very dramatic soap opera way. But with this complication happening to Kat, some of these characters that were doing the most last week and being way too pushy are going to need to feel really bad for my liking. So here we are, and I hope that this week can be as solid as last week. Although, judging by some of the spoilers, some of these episodes are not going to be. Because we will be back to Grayson and Ashley. And that is not a good thing. But for now, I still found today's episode good. The first half was a little more filler to me. But once Nicole was finally brought into the episode, and once Eva and Kat recovered, We got some good soap opera drama today and a cliffhanger. Love it. Can we keep these cliffhangers around, writers, please?